to do some more qualifications because he thought it would help him move up and get that head teacher's job. And then my mum wrote him a letter, and she wrote him a letter on, I don't know if you remember those airmail letters, the blue ones where you fold the envelope. And I remember seeing that letter, saying that I contracted polio and he needed to come back to Nigeria quickly, and they had to make this decision. And what they did is they ended up borrowing money from their friends, their family, and using all their savings. And they decided to move over to the UK, and they decided to bring me along, but they had to leave my sister behind because they couldn't afford to bring us both over to the UK, and it was an extremely difficult decision. And the idea was, after they'd saved up enough money, they would bring my sister over later on. But we always had that, that tug on the heartstrings and that really emotional moment that my older sister was back in Nigeria while I was over in the UK, and it was something that I really struggled to deal with for quite a long time.
Oh, I'm sure, and I can't imagine, the conversations that have gone on between mum and dad, and it's very difficult. I've got 2 children, and it's very difficult if you had to make a choice between them. But also, life wasn't that easy for you, was it, when you first came to the UK? I've never been to Africa. I'm not ashamed to say, I just haven't had the opportunity, and I sort of imagine it as one country in a way, and rather than a massive continent. The bits I picked out, I don't know if I pronounced them right, Goree Island, that was pretty emotional for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, Goree Island's really powerful. It was one of there's a couple of ports in Africa. I think the other one was in Ghana, on the Gold Coast, but that's where the slaves were taken to, and it was the slaves were taken from West Africa and taken off to the Americas and all over the world, and it was the last place many of these Africans that saw in Africa before they went off and lived an awful life of slavery. And seeing the conditions they lived in was just atrocious. In a space that was half the size of this place, they would probably keep 400 to 500 of them jammed in like sardines, and the roof was super low. The kids and the women were all separate, and they were kept naked. It was hot conditions. Any of them who were ill, because they were seen as commodities, if they were ill, they were thrown into the sea to the sharks, to be eaten by the sharks. And also what I found is the main tribe of people that they hunted and they took were the Yoruba tribe, which was the tribe that I'm from. And it was the tribe that my parents were from. They were sought after as, the stallions, the workhorses who would be used to go out and build America and build Europe. And it was just really sad to look there and see the sadness and the horror that these people must have gone through on Goree Island. The key things is I met a few people in my life who I call enablers. People who believed in me more than I believed in myself. And for many years I had what was called imposter syndrome, where, lots of people were telling me that I was capable of doing all these great things, and I didn't believe that. But they believed me, and I met some incredible people who come to watch me play basketball. They'd interviewed me, and they said I came across really well on camera, and they really wanted me to work on TV. I shunned it for many years. I was embarrassed, and I thought I would never go on TV, but a really nice guy called Dermot O'Leary, who you may know, introduced me to my agent. Well, he gave me his agent's number. I threw it away because I was just like, no way, I'm not going. But his agent contacted me, and they said to me, do you know what, this may take 10, may take 15 or 20 years, but we feel you have got a career in TV, and we're going to do everything we can to help you do that. And yeah, the rest is history. So I was very, very lucky to be there.
Lovely question. Thank you very much.